Alright, part 3 of this drawing. So, I wasn't going to stream. I'm a little tired, but I figured I've been looking at this drawing or painting for a little bit, and I'm seeing all these things that's messed up, and it's eating me up inside. So, I'm going to take this moment to try to fix what needs to be fixed. So, I'm going to just go ahead and jump right into it. No point waiting around. So, if you remember, this is where I left off. And already I'm seeing things all messed up all around here. Little things off over here. So, I'm just going to go ahead and put on some tunes. Relax. Just work it out. So I'll probably just go ahead and start from my darks, fix that up, and go into some whites. First, this angle here is way off. So I think I'll actually go into some whites real quick and try to fix this angle. Actually, looks like it might come up here. So, let's see, what kind of mixture was I doing? Ooh, probably should have fixed these paints before I started. Get some burnt sienna, titanium white. One thing, when you walk away from a painting, the top layer kind of goes bad. So, ultramarine blue in there. I'm gonna try to fix this this angle here. I know it's off. So, it's like I'm trying to not block the camera, so it's kind of awkward to me. So we're just gonna throw some paint on there. Starting to lose the proportions. So I gotta go back, find them again. And I'll fix that here. Brush. Let me just go ahead and throw some paint. I'm gonna go. Actually, shoots out a lot. It actually kind of comes down. This comes down further. Collar. It's about. Go back over it later on when I get down to it. And now, I want you to fix these major problems with the head. So I'm going to try to systematically go over and make these adjustments. So we'll go to some low key. So we'll do some alizarin crimson, ultramarine blue. now we'll just do that. So the ear kind of comes out all the way up here. Something like that. A little bit of titanium white to go over here. Lighten it up a little bit. Now we can go to this eye and try to fix that, and then take that down into the snout and then fix that. Because that's looking a little weird to me. Figure out what's going on. With this eye socket here. Everything's a lot darker than what I had originally on there. Like I was too scared or something to put in those dark shadows. Up here, this eye might be a little bit higher. Work that out. Like I might have been trying to be too specific early on, and that could be why I gotta go back and fix things, because I wasn't seeing things correctly. Yeah, it happens. But that's the beauty part about paint. You just go back and paint over it. Dries. Nobody would be the wiser. Like I'm using this photo reference, and it's, I don't know, for some reason, like I don't have a lot of experience painting animals. It's like I can normally paint what I see, but sometimes, it doesn't always work out for me. Battle through it. thought I heard rain. I didn't check the weather. I didn't know it was supposed to rain. It's a good thing my plans were indoors. This is interesting. I'm seeing a bunch of different forms, but the way it just looks all weird. I don't know how to explain it. You got a line that comes down here, it cuts in here. Down like that, right? And then this actually might, let me go ahead and change to a, not high key, but a higher value here. So just mix a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Try to fix this. So as I was saying before, I was looking at this painting and I got a lot of things kind of a little off that need to be tweaked. So I'm trying to fix what I messed up earlier or last week. That's, I guess, the good part is looking at it with fresh eyes. You'd be like, wait a minute, that's not supposed to be there. Since the painting's dry, so let me get a little bit of thicker paint. So burnt sienna, titanium white, and I'll mix that into the mixture over here, which was Blizzard Crimson, Ultramarine Blue, and some raw umber. A little bit more raw umber in there. Bit. Just throw some paint on there. Thanks, Ralph. I'm looking at it with some fresh eyes, and I'm noticing there's a lot of things that are kind of fucked up. So I gotta go back and try to fix it. So I'm kind of tired right now, but it was getting to me to the point that I was like, I gotta do something about this. So I was like, well, might as well turn the stream on. But it's like, that's the good part, like I was saying about old paint, you know, dries and you paint over. Right? So I think I might have been looking too much at the details early on, because a lot of my alignments and proportions are a little off, because I think I was getting too caught up in the details. So now I gotta go back and make some adjustments. Let's see. Need thicker paint. And then let's get some titanium white. Raise that up a little bit. fix the nose. There's a lot of things that need to be tweaked. I need to work on that nose before I go any further with anything else. So let's see. We got a strong highlight at the top of the nose. We got a shadow there. That actually comes up this way, some value over here. Comes over here, comes down, and then over here, get some paint thinner, thin this out a little bit. Let's try to find this angle here. Zoom out on the photo reference, try to see where this lines up. Something like that. So let's see. This nose is kicking my ass. Let's get some ultramarine blue in there. Squint down. Well, thank you. Welcome to the show. Hope to drop a paintbrush. Welcome to the show. Yeah, so I was looking at is my volume down? I don't think so. raise it up a little bit, see what happens. Can you hear me now? A little bit. The music's higher than you. Okay. Well, let's do this. Alright, how about? How's that? So, I was noticing a lot of little things that were off. So I'm just trying to go through trying to fix it. Good like. It looks wonderful. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, so I've been tired all day. So I'm kind of like pushing through to try to work on this because it's like I want to work on this. So it's I noticed after a week of not working on it, coming back and looking at it, I'm seeing all these little details and proportions that are a little off. So I figured I'd just take my time and just try to build it a little bit better. So this is the setup that I have. I got Sizzle the sloth dog laying back here, and I noticed it was raining outside a minute ago. It was coming down pretty good. So I think I'm just gonna make the background blue. Maybe put a horizon line somewhere about here, and then like abstracted background, no details or anything. I think that'd be nice. So I'm just trying to right now make some adjustments and work out some value a little bit better. Try to make the head read, make it more solid, and then you know, it'll come to better a little bit more. So, without further ado, let's go back and try to work this area a little bit. And so I'm still not really paying too much attention to like the details because I noticed that I'm not there yet. So I'm just gonna go ahead and try to just make bold marks. Let the paint do its thing, and then I could always go back later on and try to fine-tune things. I need to probably use a little bit thicker paint. I'm noticing that it's a little too thin for my liking. It's not covering the way it needs to be covering. So let me just add more burnt sienna. We'll go with a little bit of titanium white to raise that up a little bit. And then we'll just throw it on there. Still a little bit too dark. Let me go a little bit more titanium. probably use some yellow ochre. Put some yellow ochre in there. Where's my sizzle at? He's sleeping right back here on the bed. Somewhere right there behind that blanket. So throw in some highlight a little bit over here, and then we'll work it around and about. Okay, that lazy dog. Yeah, he's a lazy dog. He's a happy dog, though. Tomorrow I'm gonna have to give him a bath because he's overdue for a bath. So I'm just taking this color and I'm just trying to work some higher value that I see. A little bit more titanium white in this area. Music sounding like I'm running away from bad guys in the forest. Yeah. I needed to get my energy flowing. I'm about to turn it up a little bit for myself. I'm starting to get back into it. So as I'm working around some of these values, and I can feel the head taking a better shape. So it's like as I'm starting to feel the forms again, I'm starting to get back into it. Starting to get back into it. That's right. Oh, I forgot to put my timer on. Good call. So I still think this ear needs to get moved over a little bit. I'm seeing that space is looking a little bit too wide. So I'll have to remedy that. This shape is a little off too. Right now I'm just kind of moving the brush around, kind of feeling where these forms are, where these shadows and the fur, trying to get a feel for what things are doing. Like I'm not really too concerned about color. I'm just trying to pay attention to more of the value. If I can get these values and shapes right, then I can always go back over with color, you know, glazing or however I want to do it. Thin this up a little bit. Alright, let me go back to some low key and try to pull this ear over because it's out of position. And then doing that, then I can, you know, work it, make it better. So, clean my brush off. let's see. Get some raw umber down here. Some ultramarine blue. Alright, let's see here. I mean, this ear. So if I move that ear over, all right, I think I can kind of see what's going on. This angle here needs to get pulled in more. All right. So let's do this. Let's check some. I mean, I think it needs to come over a lot more than that. I'm thinking over here. And then it comes down here. Alright, so we got some marks like that, so let's go back over to this ear and that high key. We're gonna have to shape that ear a little bit better. And then once we get that ear shaped a little bit better, I think the head will come to better. Will come to better. Speak English much? It will come together better. That'll be good. And then we'll definitely be making some progress. So let's get some of this high key here. And then look at these angles a little bit. So we're gonna have to go with thicker paint. So we're gonna have to make some big adjustments here because all this is gonna have to change, which is fine. So let's get some thicker paint. Let's get some little titanium white, some burnt umber, and then some yellow ochre. And then more titanium white. A little bit more titanium white. And we'll work that for right now. And then we'll bring this up. Right now, I'm not worrying about specifics. I'm just trying to fix the mess ups. And it's just like, I even like the what's the word I'm looking for? The blocky, abstract feel to it. You know, I kind of like that vibe more than a ultra realism, because it's like, if you wanted that super realism, hyper realism, it's like, for my perspective, it's just like, well, we have the technology, just print it on canvas or something, a photograph. But for me, with painting, I like these marks. I like these subtle nuances, these artistic liberties. I like seeing, you know, my response, you know. I'm just gonna feel this form, how it comes down, and it starts bending out. Alright, this song's gotta change. I am not feeling it right now. Let's try this one out. And so the bottom of the ear, we're gonna say, is about there. So if that's there, we'll make a mark, because the bottom of the ear kind of sticks out like that. It's not exact, but we'll get close. Now just paint over. And now this, work it down. And then when I do the background, that negative space, I can put it in space a little bit better. So we're gonna go a little bit. Something like that. We'll soften that edge. Just pull that color out. And just feather it into that mass. And then that'll be a better foundation to improve upon. And I'm thinking, still might be able to move that over a little bit. So let's get thicker paint. Got that there. That comes down. It's still bent over. Something like that. And I think that is looking a little bit better. And then this shape is rounded a little bit more. What is this? Might be like some kind of Nintendo game. Okay, this is worse than the last one. Alright. So then we can go down here and fix this. Because we got Need thicker paint. See, now that's too bright. Let's just take some yellow ochre, burnt sienna, a little turpenoid, thin it up a little bit. And then lighten that up a little bit. Show me the goods. Show me the goods. Need to see some rhino. At Ace Ventura. I'll eventually get around to it. I haven't forgotten about it. I haven't forgotten about it. So how's everything going on your end? I don't even know what that means. Thanks for the like, Jake. Thanks for the follow, Cosmic Warrior. And the follow. Appreciate that. That's right. I am using oil paint. Good brother, man. Looking at a lot of work for BG&E. They just got work on Pepco and Petco, so this company's here to stay. I'll be hitting you up once I have room. All right, sounds good. I appreciate that. But yes, I'm using oil paint. Let's see here. Wow, just peeped your Instagram. Very nice work. I appreciate that. It's let's see. I don't have much time to work on art, but when I do, I try to make the best of it. But yeah, I appreciate it. So hopefully I'll keep it up and make some more interesting stuff. And the only downside is like I'm so slow at painting. It takes a while. Like I was working on this for a little bit last week, and then when I started working on it today, I noticed all these things I had to make adjustments and move around because I'm just using sight. I don't use a grid reference or anything like that. So I kind of like look at it and kind of line things the best that I can. It's slower for me, but with practice, I'll get faster. It's just I don't paint as often as I'd like to paint. I appreciate it. I do what I can. That's for sure. That is for sure. And the music stopped. That's not good. Let's see what we got going on here. All right. So it's not photorealism or hyperrealism. I kind of like seeing all the brush marks and seeing the variations. So I have a photo reference, and I just use it as a reference, and I just take it and I make it, I just respond to it. What was that? I missed it. And so, as I work around the painting, I'll see things that need to be moved or adjusted. So it's like, I don't always get it on the first shot, I get close and then but I guess with practice, I'll get better at seeing it right the first time. So it's like, today I woke up and I was just exhausted. Like, it was a long week. I'm just tired all the time. But I was like, I wanted to work on this painting so bad. It's like all these things I wanted to fix and make adjustments. So I was like, you know what? The hell with it. Let me just do something. Because I can't paint Mondays through Friday. I work out of town, so on the weekends it's my only time I get to paint. So I'm not feeling 100%, but I gotta try to do something, or else come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll be regretting that I didn't paint. And so I try to bounce back and forth between drawings and painting. Normally I do figurative art, but for streaming, it's like, well, let me do some animals. So I'm kind of getting used to it. Shaya666 at Streamlabs. I like, follow, and host. Where was I? I'm losing focus. I'm getting distracted here. Hold on. Alright. So I'm just trying to keep moving around, not get sucked into the details too much. Hold on real quick. What's got going on here? Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that, everybody. So, how's everybody doing? Everybody good? Enjoying their weekend? Tiffany Green Eyes. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. So, I am D-Ski, and this is what I do on the weekends. So this is old paint, and I got my photo reference, and I'm just using it as a reference, and I'm just trying to respond to it the best that I can. So for me, it's a slow process. I take my time, but I have no time limit, so I can take however long I want, because this is only a hobby for me at the moment. But I work out of town during the work week, so I can't paint during the work week. And to be honest, I'd probably be too exhausted, especially in the summertime. It's hot out there. I work outside. So I'm just trying to feel these forms. I'm not really worrying too much about being accurate. I know I'm having a good weekend, except for the fact that I'm just exhausted. I know I don't have any plans. This is it. I need to go back to my low key. I should have multiple brushes, you know, one brush for low key, one brush for high key. But I don't. Like, I only have this one brush. Like, I got a whole bunch of brushes, but for some reason I've been really liking this brush. So I only have one of it. So I kind of just bounce back and forth. Well, you can come clean my house. Good old Amazon. I'm gonna take some raw umber, some ultramarine blue. I'm just gonna go back to this low key and just trying to pull this around. Comes down. Get rid of that. It's actually a little bit of a dog leash right here. Just kind of remove that real quick. I see you need to completely trash your house first, then okay. Well, as long as you clean up afterwards, right? Deal. My kid once told me that he spent his time cleaning his car. Yeah, right? Alright. clean mine too. Alright, so let's see. Where do I want to go next with this? Do I want to try to work the body? Or work this other eye socket? Yeah, the music is changing. Hear it now? So we'll go over here. Pick up this color. Sounds like Jaws. Da-da. Da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. That sounds like a soundtrack, don't it? Like a movie soundtrack? We'll get some titanium white. We'll pick this up a little bit. And we'll just kind of... We'll throw in some yellow ochre. And then we'll just kind of pour this out a little bit. I'm not getting too specific. And that's actually going to probably go maybe a little bit lower. And then that shoulder's off. I need thicker paint. It's not really doing what I wanted to do. But that's alright. So if I am to work the body of this dog, I will then, I gotta look at that other shoulder to see where those alignments are. So kind of peaks right about here. This seems off. Okay. Erase this. Or I can actually fix this. This collar's off, so I could probably, let's go over here, get some ultramarine blue, throw that into the mix, and then, because that's going to be, that's here, then this would be coming over here, which might make that a little bit better. Let's see here. Just pull this down. Need thicker paint. Just kind of mix all this. find. Something like that. Let's get some raw umber on there. Let's get a little bit more raw umber. And then we can actually go titanium white. And then we'll pull this down. Like that. Like that. And then we'll just cover this up for now. And then I gotta see what we got going on with this shoulder. So this leash, it's probably about time I put in this leash. I mean, I could just paint it without it, just kind of ad lib, but let's see what we've got. Let's thin this up a little bit and I'll kind of sketch it in and see what we're working with here. So I'm gonna say that we have here, here, here. We've got the middle part. What kind of pen goes down? All right, and then we've got. Lighten this up a little bit. Hey, thanks. It's slowly coming together. I had to fix a few things, so now that I'm kind of back on track, now I can go ahead and keep pushing. I don't know what that emoji looks like, or what that's supposed to be. Yeah, we'll go with some. Just trying to sketch this in real quick just to see what we've got. Dude, this soundtrack for music is throwing me off. What is going on? My break's over. I gotta head back though. I stopped in to see while I could. Well, I appreciate it. I'm just slowly trying to make sense. Looking great. I appreciate that. I'm just working, just trying to work it out. I'm exhausted though. hope I don't mess it up. I'll just have to fix it next week. Let me just mass in some stuff. So, if you, I don't have a schedule on when I stream. I try to stream on the weekends at some point, but I don't really have a schedule. So if you go ahead and follow, I do believe you'll be notified when I do stream. So if you want to take advantage of that, I'd appreciate it. So I got a little goal you can see at the bottom. I'm trying to get some more followers. There you go. I appreciate that. Thank you. So hopefully, in due time, you'll be able to see the final product. Because I work out of town, so I don't stream during the work week. And so right now, I'm just trying to get a feel for this leash. So I'm not really worried about color and all the details. I'm just trying to feel it out, and then once I get the general positioning and shape of it and all, and then I can go back and paint in the specifics. But right now I'm just kind of getting my ass kicked, trying to see what I got going on. So we've got this angle, it's kind of angled over. Probably got things way too like I'm trying to be too specific, and I think it's just going to hurt me in the long run. If I can just get a general positioning, and maybe later on then I can really work it, and then it won't be a big deal. So let's see here. Like, it's not going to be perfect. I'm already sensing that. It's like I'm trying to, let's see, so this comes down lower, less, and then I'm sure next week when everything's dry, I'll just paint over it and get the positioning a little bit more accurate. Something like that, right? So what I can do. How frustrating is it when things don't align? It's very frustrating. Because then nothing looks real. You don't get that realism. But that's where they say I'm saying, yeah. Oh, yes. How frustrating it is when things don't align. But thanks for the 2 cents. You know, you get enough 2 cents, you know, we'll make $1. It's gotta count for something, right? So let's go ahead and get some light, low key, and then this looks like the dog leash is a rope, and then it's got tied. Looks like electrical tape. So I'll just mass in some darker value here. We've got some shadow over here, and then it kind of comes down. Am I tripping you up? No, I'm good. I'm just I think this leash and this drawing's tripping me up, or this painting's tripping me up. Being fatigued doesn't help either. It adds to the, I guess, the challenge. It makes things interesting, right? Eventually, I have a remedy. And what's that? Take a break? Take your hands and slap your face a few times. That would help a little bit. It's entertainment for us all, and you wake up talking about two birds. Yeah. Like what you do there? I watch this dude beat the shit out of himself on stream, on Twitch. Like the scene from like Fight Club. The first one, Fight Club. That just shows how good that movie was. You haven't even seen it, but you know lines from it. It was a good movie. Yeah, you'll have to. You know what? I think I'm gonna just throw in something for this background, just to change it up a little bit. Put some color in for the background. Take a break from the dog. Work the background a little bit. That might be something to do. A little change the pace a little bit. What needs to dry the head? Well, no, nothing needs to really dry. It's just, I want to do the background. I don't know. It's like, I'm thinking just like do like a, kind of like how the photo references. Nothing too specific. You know what? Why not? Let me just do something with that. So I was in a paint night type of thing with my friend and a few other people. Let's get some. They gave us a hair dryer to dry the painting. We're using, what kind of paint we're using? Because, I mean, usually I would think the paint nights would use acrylic paint because that dries fast as it is. Yeah, I mean, acrylic paint dries fast alone. Because I remember, so a couple times I used acrylic. And it was nice because when it dries, you could just layer on top, and you can build layers a lot quicker. And then, you know, glazes and whatnot. You can have a nice effect with it. So, let's see here. I'm just gonna scumble, whatever that word is, some paint in, just to kind of. Kind of work the background, this negative space. And it's just like, I'm looking at the negative space. And so I can kind of see where things are a little off with this ear, just by looking at the negative space. Gonna do this background. Probably should mix up a lot more paint. How long does it take old paint to dry? Can you use a hair dryer to quicken the process? I would say no, but I never really tried it or really asked that question. They have mediums that can speed the drying time to like 24 hours. But like week to week is when I paint. So when I come back to a painting, it's pretty dry. So I mean, it takes longer to dry, but they have mediums that you can mix with the paint to increase the drying time. But I don't use mediums because I seem to never get the mixture right. And it makes my paintings very glossy because I guess I'm using too much medium. And I naturally paint very thinly. Like, I don't use very thick paint. So I always overmix with the medium. So I got to the point where I just stopped using medium. At least for now. But like for other paintings I've done, like I'll throw in some like beeswax to really make it thicker, or some impasto type medium to get like thicker texture for the backgrounds. So I mean, it's not absolute that I don't use mediums, but normally when I'm working the figure or whatever subject matter, I don't use mediums because I never mix it right. And so I'm just taking a break from the dog, and I'm just gonna work background just to take a break. Now, ideally, I should use a bigger brush. I'll cover a lot of surface area, but I'm not worried about time. I'm not worried about any of that. So I'm just gonna slowly, using medium now for this painting. Now, I'm just using a odorless thinner, Turpenoid. It thins the paint out. And ideally, I should mix a whole bunch of this color because I got a lot of, you know, watching painting or something repetitive is so satisfying. Is it? Well, that's good. I'm glad, oh, that's too much ultramarine blue. Oops. Add some more titanium white. Kind of like when I get my nails done. Okay. Ears are gonna have to take a little different shape. Thin that down a little bit. Let's. I like watching them paint the nail polish one. Yeah, I like doing these backgrounds because it's like I don't have to think about anything for the most part. It's like once I get a general idea of what I want to do, it's like a good, satisfying like break that I could just feel the texture of the paint going onto the canvas. I'm using this Raymar panel. I really like these panels. They're just like very sturdy. They're really thin. And they've got different types of canvas that you can get on these panels. I like it. It's like I have a feeling like when I get this blue on there, I think it's gonna really make the dog sit in space. I think it'll have a nice look to it. So I'll eventually get it done, but I'm in no hurry. So. And it's like each time I mix titanium white and ultramarine blue, it's not the same consistency. So it's going to have a little variations in the saturation. So, if you're tuning in, I am D-Ski, and if you enjoy watching traditional art, you know, my goal is to increase the follows and interaction in the chat room and with you, the viewer. So if you go ahead and hit that follow, because I don't have a schedule on when I stream. I mean, I know I like to stream on the weekends because that's the only time I have. So if you hit that follow button, you'll be notified when I start my streams. And if you have any questions on anything that I'm doing, feel free to ask. That's why I'm here, to share the experience. You know, there's many different ways to create art, and this happens to be mine. So I normally like to do figurative art, you know, people, you know, nudes, but I can't really stream that. So I decided to work some animals. And I've got a print of a hippo and of another dog on my store. So if you want to check that out. And as I progress with more paintings, more art, I'll be adding more to the store. And I'll probably have another link for the originals. But this one here is a portrait of a buddy of mine that I work with, his dog. So I'm sure he will get the original. Oh, there's a soundtrack I want to listen to. Let's see. Let me pause this for a moment. Let me go over here. Turn this volume up for me. Well, all right. So I'm just slowly working around some background. Alright. Not everyone wants to be a fan of the music. Always gonna have haters out there. Yeah. Sounds like when Jack Sparrow's boat. What is this? Oh man. Well, I do like techno, but this is like unexpected. Let's change this whole dynamic real quick. Let me pause this and let me. Oh, let's see something real quick. All right, let me take a little break real quick. Let me go. You know who else likes techno? Mr. Krabs. Okay. All right, let me go and look something up real quick. Let's go to. Where would it be at? Where would it be at? Let's go back to here. Let's go to this one. Let's try this out. Let's see what we got here. I like how the lights are synced. Alright. And just throw in some background real quick. We'll probably go back to the head, maybe around that eye socket, and try to make it read a little bit better. Yes, it is. This is oil paint. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. So, if you like it, be sure to follow. I don't have a planned schedule when I stream. I just know I like to stream on the weekends. But yes, this is oil paint. It's slowly coming together. Slowly piecing together. So this dog is a photo reference that a buddy I work with. I'll definitely follow our. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. This a buddy of mine. His dog was hit by a car, and so this was the dog that passed. So he knew I was wanting to stream animal paintings, and so I thought I'd try to see what I could do with it. But when I get a chance, I'll be sure to check out your page, your stream, see what you got going on. But it's slowly coming together, so it'd be pretty awesome if I could get this to him. So let's see. Just trying to squint down, look at some of the values, see what we got going on, where I can work things a little bit more, how I can make things read a little bit better, like work over here a little bit, work over here a little bit. I do a lot more gaming than art on Twitch, but I definitely need to do more art. So what kind of art do you do or pursue, would like to do? Because when I was going to art school, I was like more focused on representational figurative art, and so I'm trying to branch out and do other things. And I can't really stream, nude figurative art, so I'm trying my take on animal portraits. And then maybe every now and then I'll switch over to a regular, portrait of somebody. I went to school as a studio art major, but dropped out. Yeah, I was using my GI Bill for studio art, but before I finished the Bachelor's of Fine Arts, I left and went to a vocational school for line work. Okay. So if you like my work, I've got more art shown on my Instagram and my Facebook page. I don't have too many still lifes. So right there, hold on, trying to angle. Yeah, D-Ski Studio. That's where you can find it. Where was I? We can darken some values. So we'll go with some raw umber. We'll mix that into that burnt sienna. And then we'll throw in some ultramarine blue. That's a lot of ultramarine blue. It's too much ultramarine blue. A little powerful. I'll follow your Instagram. However, I'll go by a different name for my art on social media. Artist Belagine. Okay. Right on. Yeah, so this is kind of like a hobby. I'm trying to grow, trying to make it, more interesting. So I'm trying to reach the follow goal. But I only stream on the weekends. Because I work out of town. But I'll get there. I'll get there. So I thought I'd have a nice little setup. Got some nice lights, some nice cameras. Stuff. Now all I gotta do is just be more interesting. To keep people to stay. And as I do more art, then I'll use that merch website to try to sell prints and whatever else that I can come up with. So let me go back to these low keys and kind of make this some spots a little bit darker. And I've got a little bit too much ultramarine blue, but that might not be too bad. Because I'm not going for hyperrealism. I think, little variations, it gives a character. Take this shadow down a little bit here, a little bit darker there. I'll definitely be around to stop by your streams. I'm currently recovering from surgery, so I have a ton of free time. Well, I hope for a speedy recovery. Hope everything went well. That's good to hear. That's awesome. Sometimes that could be nervous. I think the only surgery I had was I tore my bicep tendon at work. And so that actually went very smoothly. It's always good when things work out the way you expect them to. Unfortunately, this was a repeat surgery, so I've already had this done. Oh, that's sorry to hear that. Hopefully this go around it works out better. I was familiar with it, so it was all right. Okay. You had a little experience with it. You knew what you were getting yourself into. That's always good. I think the unknown is always scary. Let's see. Right now, I'm just trying to put some notes in, some low key, just kind of bouncing around, kind of squinting down, just trying to see what's going on. trying to look at my edges. Looking at some values. This needs to be a little bit darker. Let's see what else. Kind of work this out a little bit. Pull this over a little bit. And over here, we just fill this in. And then maybe we can go over to this ear, and then we can kind of try to make this read a little bit better than what I got going on. And I think for this stream here, I don't know if I'm gonna do too much more for right now. I'm starting to get kind of tired. I could take a break. I don't know. We'll see. I guess the good thing about when are you taking a break? I don't know. I thought I had a timer going, but apparently either the timer went up or yeah, I missed it. But I don't know, I'm just kind of getting tired. I think that's a good thing about being a hobby artist. I don't have any deadlines, you know? It's like, well, I don't feel like painting, so I won't. But I would like to make this ear a little bit better. To try to make it read, at least with value, a little bit better than what's going on right now. Because right now it's not reading the way I want it to. So, let's see, how should I pursue this? We could go with, let's take some burnt sienna and some titanium white, yellow ochre. What we could do is we can go over this real quick. Pull this out. Just like we did at the beginning. Just block in some value. Because I think I had that too dark anyhow, mostly. So we can take this titanium white that was there, and so we can see what that's going to do. Do that. I gotta plug in my iPad. Where my photo reference is. There we go. Alright, good? Yeah, we're good. Alright, so then let's see, we're gonna mask that in. We got some high key, a little bit higher key. And so we'll take that down. There, we'll take that over here. Titanium white, a little bit of paint thinner, thin it out just a little bit. And then we'll take this down to here. We'll take this up here. We're just going to block it in for right now. Because we'll fix that. Let's see. Just throw that on there. We'll just, let's see. We'll just throw it all over here. And then a little bit more titanium white. We got more of a highlight up here because of the way the ear's bending. Something like that. And then we've got some over here. Here's darker. That. I don't know, something like that. Why not? And then we'll get a little bit more titanium white. And then let's see if we can probably use a different brush, but hell with it. Just take that down. Something like that. Reload that brush and we'll put a little highlight over here. Come down there, and we'll feather it out over here. Nice soft edge. And then over here, just make a little mark there, a little mark there, and then down here we got a lot more highlight. Should probably put some yellow ochre, but we'll see how it mixes with the paint that's already on the canvas. So we could just raise this key a little bit. Kind of work that in. Have that come up. Feather that in. Nice soft edge. Something like that. Hey. Thank you. It's slowly come together. I was fixing a lot of mistakes, but that's just part of the process, you know. So, I'm getting a little tired, but here, what I can do is for those watching, check this out. Let me get out my handy dandy camera like such, and then let me go over here and let's see, did it work? Oh, I gotta go to the different screen. Alright, boom, there it is. So that's what I was just working on, just kind of. And then I'll still have to make some adjustments and have things read a little bit better. and then I gotta work all of this. I don't know. I mean, probably not. If I'm gonna be honest, probably not. However, let me rephrase. I'm using the photo reference as a guide, and then I'm going to color it however I'm feeling at the time. You know, whatever I think feels good. You know, does that make sense? I'm gonna take that artistic liberty to make that judgment call in the moment. Like, I'm not trying to be hyper realist, so oh yeah, all this is probably gonna change 4 or 5 more times, and I'm okay with that. That's cool. I think because it's not necessarily I'm gonna cover everything up, but it's just a layer, you know. As you build upon the layers, you know, some things show through, some things won't. So it's going to be that kind of process. And I think the end result's going to be fantastic. Does that make sense? So if you're just tuning in, I am D-Ski, and this is what I'm working on. I like to think of myself as a figurative painter, artist, but for stream, I'm branching out, doing more animal portraits and different subject matter. So this is my little journey on this particular painting, which happens to be of a dog that passed. I think it was hit by a car. But it was a buddy of mine that I work with. And so he knew I was looking for photo references of animals, and he threw this one out at me. So I was like, I'll give it a shot, you know, see what I can do. So this is where I'm at. Slow process, but there's no timeline. There's no deadline. So I stream on the weekends. I work out of town during the week. So if you like this kind of thing, be sure to follow me, because I don't have a set schedule on when I stream. So if you follow me, you'll be notified, and then you can stop by and see what I'm working on. And I have more art posted up on Instagram and Facebook, D-Ski Studio. And right now I have 3 prints on the merch store of a hippo, of another dog, and a self-portrait on my live page. I guess dskistudio.live, which is right, where's that? There. And I do have some shirts and hats and mugs and different kind of things with the D-Ski logo. So you can support me that way as well. And it's a growing process. I still need to order a mug for myself. But I did order a shirt, so I'm thinking next stream I'll be rocking a D-Ski art shirt. So I'm pretty excited about that. So, going back to this this dog. So I kind of want to see what I can do with this lip here. See what we got. So I'm looking at the values, and it's like I'm looking at the subtle changes. It's like I don't want to get too detailed right now. I'm gonna wait to the very end to put in those little characteristic details. But I can try to build upon what's already there. So let's see. Let me see what kind of color I've got right here. So let's put a little bit more yellow ochre. That's looking good. And so then let's lighten this up a little bit here. Let's pull that down to that shadow. See if we can ride the line, ride the lightning. Something like that. A little more paint on there. Okay, and then I'll take that color and I can take that all the way up into, let's see, about here. And then we can take that over. And then let's take that same color. Throw it a little bit down here. Raise it up a little bit there. Let's see here. This music is not flowing. Let's see what we got here. I've got it on a... Let's see, the playlist is considered an epic score, so a collection of orchestral and cinematic score tracks. So, we'll see. It's like in this photo reference, there's like so much shadow right here underneath the nose. I'm gonna see if I can try to thin this paint out, get just a little bit, and just see if I can kind of put a little layer, just so it doesn't look like a solid shadow block. See if I can kind of... And I'll have to go back over it. Yeah, it's still a little off. It still feels a little off. But I'll probably leave it for now. And then I can always hit it again when I get, you know, fresh eyes. I mean, it's close. Let me just go ahead and throw some dark value in there. It's gonna eat me up. So let me get some ultramarine or raw umber and ultramarine blue. Give it a little dark value, and let's try to reintroduce some of those values. Because I might have made it a little bit too light. So we'll just fix it. And it's looking better. And then over here, we could do the same. Darken this up a little bit. Because I made the value a little bit too light. I could go for some Chinese or a hot pot. Break time. I'm not really that hungry. I made some sausage and fried up some onions and green pepper. Had some sauerkraut and some Dijon mustard. I mean, it wasn't the best, but it wasn't bad. Sauerkraut. I love sauerkraut. Ooh. Some wrong paint on that brush for that mark. Let me go ahead, reload that brush with that low key value and fix that. Here we go. Had it once in a German restaurant, put that to the side. Well, to each their own. To each their own. So then, take that low key, let's go ahead and mix it with a little higher value. This right here. Let's do that. And then add some variations. Niche shapes, shadows. And we can soften some of those edges, something like that. For now, we can always go back and adjust it later on, and then over here, I guess we're just going to use some raw umber, maybe some burnt sienna, throw in some titanium white, and then we'll see what we got going on here. Just put some paint down for that. And then we can go back highlights kind of where... What is going on? Okay, we got to change the, this particular soundtrack thing. We will go with, let's see what this is. It says positive vibes. And now, I don't like that at all. I think that was worse. Let's go with... What is this? All right. Let's see, the key's a little bit higher. And then we will take, for those gums, we'll take some Alizarin Crimson. I love Alizarin Crimson. And then we'll take that. Alright, let's mix that over here with this high key. I'm hearing it's gonna rain here tomorrow. I just ordered things for the fire pit. Well, you won't be using it tomorrow. You're gonna have to wait. That. Let's make it a little bit more prominent in some spots with the Alizarin Crimson because this is such a nice color. So let's go ahead and utilize it. Something like that. Okay. And then, you know what? Because I really like that Alizarin Crimson. Let's go ahead and add some color to that shadow. I mean, it's warmer over there, so I mean, why not? I really don't care. I'm doing it. We're gonna add some color. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and find this edge here. We'll ride that line a little bit. Alright. We'll take that down to there. And then we can mix it with a little bit of raw umber. Nice warm shadow. Why not? That's right, Jenks. Why not? Trying to think. Take this up a little bit further. Well, a little too much. That's alright. I'll just wipe this brush off and then I'll feather it out, like soften this edge up a little bit. And we'll take what's on the brush and we'll kind of feather it in. Can even put, what did you do with the light shining on the canvas? It looks great. Well, I replaced the bulb with a Hue bulb, a Philips Hue, and it kind of just changed the temperature a little bit of the light, and then I don't know. Trying to think. Smart idea to put in a light, a smart light. Definitely looks sharp. Thank you. I think for now, I think I'm just gonna probably just hold off until well, hold on. But I did put up some new t-shirts with the D-Ski logo t-shirts. Got some mugs with the logo and a couple different style hats with the logo on the merch. Was it D-Ski studio.live/merch. I did add that, and then I'll be adding more prints in due time. I'm just taking some of this Alizarin Crimson. I'm just kind of putting it in different mid-tone spots. I think it looks nice. then it'd be something to build upon later on. I need to soften that up. There's a hard edge right there, and it shouldn't be a hard edge, so let me just take some thinner. I'll try to thin it out a little bit just to break up that hard edge. Try to. But what I'll probably have to do is when I work the high key, paint it the way it's supposed to be. And then we got that there, that's there, that's there. It's like maybe that needs to be pulled out a little bit more. It's like the nose is like so close to being what it needs to be. It's just not there yet. And then let's see, that comes down around. That's there. We've got this comes down to here. Something like that. And then it comes in and up. Something like that. And then that needs to be pulled down a little bit. And then we've got something like that. It's just throwing me off a little bit the way this snout is. Trying to make this read. Like I said, I'll probably have to make some more adjustments on this later on. It's just kind of throwing me off. Okay. And then all right. Well, let's see. I do believe I think I'm going to call for the night. It's about 2.5 hour stream of just slowly fixing things and making things read a little bit better. I think it was a successful stream. I think it was a successful painting session. I had a good time. Great stream. Right on, man. I'm glad you stopped by. You know, I was exhausted, you know, but something's better than nothing. And I made some progress. You know, I can't complain. A couple people decided to follow along and chat up a little bit. So that's always good when that happens. It makes me happy. So hopefully next week I'll be wearing my D-Ski t-shirt with my logo on it. That'd be pretty sweet. And then I've got a hat here, but this is from Vistaprint. So the hat that I ordered with the shirt is from the dskistudio.live/merch. So what's available now, I bought, I think it's called the dad hat or something like that, because I have two hats. One's a trucker hat and one's the dad hat or whatever. So I ordered that to see what that's all about. But it's got the logo. And then I'll have the shirt. And then this is what one of the prints look like. These are really nice prints. I was actually very surprised of the quality that it was. So I'm going to keep that up on the store, because if it wasn't good, I want to keep it up there. So I'm happy with it. So I've got prints of the dog and the hippo, and then eventually of this dog, and it's just going to grow. So it's going to be cool. So, all right, everybody. Let's see. That's time. So let me go over here to the music and pause this music. And then I will go to this screen, which I should have from the get-go. And say, boom. All right. So if you haven't liked, followed, and all that, please do, because I don't know when I stream. I just know it's sometime on the weekends. So without further ado, until next time, thanks for stopping by. And we'll go